Hello, you guys. I'm coming to you. It's nap time, but I'm not taking a nap. Um, you know, I know I'm sleepy, but today is one of those days. As you know, they told us it was gonna be 10 days. Maybe it's gonna be 10 months. Uh, uh, we're gonna leave town here, and today is a day that I thought, dang, today is the perfect day that I would go because I am 15 minutes away from the beach, but I am not at the beach. It's not a seaside town, this one of mine. It's nearby, but it's not one of them. And it's the perfect day that you would go there and just sit on the sand and just lay back, just like, oh God, so good. And listen to the waves. Like I almost felt like I didn't do it because it was way too hot, but I thought, what if I put sounds of the sea, upstairs on the roof and just close my eyes and imagine, because nowadays, instead of traveling, what I find myself, at least me, doing is travel through the internet. And so I will go and watch documentaries or The Earth at Night or Andes if you have Netflix, and you travel somehow. But I feel like last night I was reading about this pandemic fatigue, and I thought maybe I've been blaming all this tiredness that I've been having and all this extra exhaustion to what went on last spring, in my life. And maybe I've been, attributing all the how do you say that? Well, maybe I've been blaming that situation for all my overall feeling, and maybe it's just pandemic fatigue like everyone else, because there were several articles and then I googled, as you do, and they were talking about pandemic fatigue, like lack of sleep, lack of motivation, lack of energy, feeling more kind of down, feelings of tiredness, of exhaustion. And they were written by psychiatrists and psychologists, and not like a columnist from any newspaper. They were like, fear not, this is normal. You've been put through a stressful situation, and the body, when is like your endocrine system, when it goes through stress, it gets to a point of exhaustion, because it's like like a deer on headlights for a year. Like it's this kind of tension at the end. It wastes your adrenaline and your serotonin and your dopamine. Like your body burns up more hormones than it can build naturally. And so I started taking vitamin D, vitamin B12, and omega-3. It's been a month now. So far, I haven't felt any improvement. I have iron administered to me, but that's because of feminine reasons. And maybe I'll touch that. I filmed this video. I don't know if I will upload it. Let me know if you would be interested. It was me, in those days, going through the motions. And I feel like us women, we don't talk enough about, like, it's still somehow taboo to talk about your period and to talk about your cycle, when it's just a natural thing that happens to half of the population of planet Earth every month. But in thinking, being upstairs and in thinking that, oh, how I wish I were, at the beach right now, I also thought, it clicked to my mind, like this fatigue, this wanting to be someplace else, this feeling of wanting to travel. I wish I had the words that I have in Spanish, or Catalan for that matter, in English. I would find more words to express my thoughts and feelings. And I was thinking, it's fatigue because it's the lack also of human interaction overall, And I started recapping, and I thought, right, I mean, if I was living with my significant other or something like that, things would be different. But so far it's me. And something, we're not talking about even the sex sphere, like it's almost secondary. But you know what I miss, and what I miss the most is human contact. I realized that other than on my birthday and on Christmas, which is when my families give you, when my family gives you just a couple kisses on the cheek, I haven't been touched by another human being ever since March. And that's kind of wearing me down. And we're not talking about dirty touch. I'm talking about how much I miss holding hands with someone. And the thing that I miss the most, if I'm honest with you guys, is a good old hug. Like, I miss a hug like you don't know how. Like, I have the necessity, the need within me to give and receive a heartfelt hug. And I could go ahead and request both my parents, the ones that have contact with me actually, a hug, but it wouldn't come from the heart because it's not how they are ingrained, and it wouldn't be heartfelt. And I just miss that, again, hormonal relief, that peaceful feeling that everything is going to be okay, that sense of coziness, it's like it's better than yoga. I don't know what it is. It's like deep breathe in, breathe out, and that relaxation, that state of well-being that a good, genuine, heartfelt hug transmits to you. Not a pat, on the shoulder, but a good hug that lasts a good while. I truly miss that. And I think I am not alone in that. Like, yeah, there's people, like the majority of you guys that are watching this, that live with your families or your little ones, husbands, and I guess you don't run short on that. But I'm not alone in this. There's so many people with this pandemic that we've been cut off from communicating, and our inner circle, our closer circle is so small that at times it's just us. And to the people living alone in their apartments, or people, in all this kind of situations, yes, you try to cheer yourself up and whatnot, but it's the human contact. It's like the nearest thing to it that I am lucky to have is when there's dogs at the shelter, when I go and visit them, the joy that they give to you, having this eye contact, having a little kiss, but it's another species. I miss a human hug. I truly, 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 and as I told you, it's not sex, it's not that, even that as well. Like, we're all adults here, but that as well. But it's just a good old hug. And, just laying in the sofa and turning on the TV and watch a stupid program on TV, like, I don't know, something like The Bachelor, or something that you don't have to think very much, and just lean your head towards your loved one, and just stay there, or, by the beach, maybe. Yeah, today it would be kind of cool to lay down there and do nothing. Or in winter days, like, just share a blanket and share a show and or a good movie, share a good movie and have this moment of quiet and peace, and feeling someone touching your skin, or not touching, but next to you, next to you. It's that feeling, it's that good feeling. And I feel that this is what's wearing me down the most. You know, it's been a long time ever since I switched off the news from the TV, and I will occasionally read the newspapers and go online and find what's up, you know, in the world otherwise. But the TV, I never turn on the TV on my own. That's to begin with. But just the news, I don't need the media vomiting negativity on top of a negative situation. So I avoid that at all costs. I will read what's going on, and then I'll, you know, change the channel and proceed and do whatever I need, whatever is on my schedule that day, actually, and move on. You know, we have to be aware of what's going on, and we have to be aware of the rules and regulations, but we don't need that shoveled into our brains every single day. This is a little stream of consciousness, actually. At this point, you know, it's what you get in here, but still I feel like in order to keep ourselves sane and communicate with one another, it's better to communicate of these things, and eventually I will talk about things that are not so positive, and that's the reality of life. Life is not all sugar spice, but on the other hand, I feel like it's a good feeling, you know, the human contact, that it's a good feeling overall, and it's something that I miss, and so many people are missing, and I'm sure about that. I am not alone in that, that's for sure. But it's a good feeling, but it's a good memory. It's a good memory. That's what I was trying to get to. That was what I trying to get to. Like, it is a good memory. And, you know, as much as I can close my eyes and pretend I'm at the beach, if I close my eyes and pretend that I'm receiving or giving or sharing a hug, you cannot feel it. You know, you can go and hug I can go and hug this, but it doesn't feel the same. It just does not. And yeah. So that's the story of the day. I'm sorry it's so uneventful, but then again, yeah. I hope you're having a great day, and make sure that if you're living with people that you love and care about, make sure to go and give them today a good old hug and share it. Do it for me at least, and write down below if you've done it. You know, I gave my husband a hug, or I gave my daughter a hug. Just write it down, just so I know that even though I wish I had this kind of giving and receiving love, just to know that someone is giving and receiving it, even though I'm sure so many people are. But it would be nice to hear that, yes, I've done it. Or, you know what, you reminded me that, yeah, even though we might be arguing about who did the dishes, or who put the laundry away or something like that, maybe, you know, maybe I could be like appreciative that at least I can go and hug someone. I know that doesn't justify all the things that go on inside every household, but still, go and get a hug. And up until the next one, for me, yeah, big kiss from me to you. And I wish I could hug you all, but I can't, so I won't even pretend. And yeah, see you soon. Let's see what the future holds for all of us. Okay, bye.